Mike Sierra 1 can't handle the truth.
You're a cheat and a swindler. That's what you are. How can you do a thing like this?
I am authorized to assure you these rumors are based on hysteria and are absolutely false. I repeat, these rumors are absolutely false.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining me once again as I take another look into the relentless lies of Mike Zeroh. In today's video, I'm going to bring to your attention something I called out in December of last year, 2022, and again in April of this year, 2023. I will continue to call into question the validity of Zeroh's claims and highlight his lies when they become apparent, and this is a classic of him doing just that. Before I look at a video he uploaded on the 19th of August, let me play you some clips from my own videos that I have already uploaded on the dates given, so you can hear what I said back then to what Zeroh is saying now. I want to start with the re-emergence of a story that I covered a year ago, and that's the firing of Gina Carano. Like all stories from Zeroh, they will find their way back into his bargain basement bin of news that he has used so many times before, and on the 15th of December, he went back to it yet again. We all know that she was let go at pretty much the beginning of 2021, and Zeroh pummeled that story into the ground from the word go. Then began the Gina is coming back to The Mandalorian Season 3 videos, for as long as people wanted to listen. In February she did an interview with the Daily Wire's Ben Shapiro, but for as much as she spoke about her time at Lucas and Disney, she never actually called anyone out, even though Zeroh was exclaiming otherwise in his clickbait videos. Made-up story after made-up story just kept on coming, again with no receipts to give any validity to what he was saying. He also claimed she would be doing other interviews in late March, that was apparently cancelled and moved to April, then it was May, June, July and finally August. Needless to say, none of those happened. In August of 2021, after several months of telling you that John and Dave were working hard to bring her back on board for Season 3 of Mando, Zeroh had to move the goalposts to accommodate the false narrative he had been expelling for months.
Lucasfilm spokesperson, she was questioned about Gina Carano's return in The Mandalorian Season 3 since both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have been working hard to bring her back into the series. Now, the Lucasfilm spokesperson went on to explain that though we understand that there are fans of the character and the actress, we have made the final decision to not bring her back for The Mandalorian Season 3 for a number of reasons.
And what were those number of reasons? Well, the first reason was this announcement that Gina would soon be working on her first project since leaving the Star Wars franchise. That was August 12, 2021. The second came in October of the same year, that she was to begin filming Terror on the Prairie. And finally, the third reason was that Zeroh had made the whole thing up, spokesperson, fake interview, and all. Gina had to give her decision to come back by September, so Zeroh had no course of action to make it seem like they changed their minds about her inclusion in Series 3.
Now, creator Jon Favreau is said to be the one who pushed for Carano's rehiring for both Mando Season 4 and this mystery project that will be announced this November, and that the higher-ups over at Disney agreed to allow Carano to return as Cara Dune. However, it's currently unclear as to how big of a role she will have in the 4th season of The Mandalorian. Disney and Lucasfilm are set to make this announcement at Star Wars Celebration in 2022 of the return of Cara Dune in the Star Wars universe.
Needless to say, she never appeared at Celebration and there wasn't any reference made about her return in her absence. And here is the latest iteration of clickbait that will make this fake story about Gina coming back pretty close to 2.5 years long.
It was already in Favreau and Filoni's interest of rehiring Gina Carano from Mando Season 3 that eventually fell apart. However, their backup plan was to get her back for the 4th season that is still in the works. And as of now, Bob Iger recently approved and is giving Gina Carano open arms to return as Cara Dune in the 4th season of The Mandalorian in an attempt to heal the Star Wars IP and the brand overall when it comes to merchandise and its audience. Favreau and Filoni are already, of course, making concept art for Gina Carano as Cara Dune still to this day for Mando 4, and Chapek already approved her rehiring from Mando 4 before he was even fired. However, now Iger is said to be picking up Chapek's approval of bringing back Gina. Gina's return is now said to be 100% all nothing more than a personal decision on her end if she wants to come back or not for the fans, and for the character that she portrayed in both the 1st and 2nd season. Bob Iger is already in the process of rehiring Gina Carano in giving her up to 8 months to make an official decision on her return to the franchise.
Gina could have come back multiple times already if the stories were true to begin with, but Zeroh, as he always will do, is change the parameters of the stories without a second thought, just to try and make or keep them relevant. And now we move to yet another happy set of circumstances for Zeroh, or as I think I should start to call it, the fortuitous syndrome, because that's what this next video reeks of. In another video I made, I said the following. At some point, someone, somewhere, more than likely pointed out that Mena Massoud would make a very good Ezra Bridger in live-action Star Wars. It could even have been that actors and actresses who become heavily searched on the web, then become the base of Zeroh's lies, because they are flavor of the month. He has done it with numerous people over the years, and this example is no different. That clip came from my video dated November the 1st of this year, in which I clearly suggest that Zeroh will latch onto celebrities that are trending at the time, and somehow use them as a basis for his clickbait. This observation I made in December has since come true, as Zeroh has done nothing but incorporate trending celebrities to use in his clickbait news. Phoebe Waller-Bridge was the first to be used since Brie and Carano, although their return was always on the cards. Phoebe, like Brie, has been fired from future projects that never existed in the first place, whether by Disney or Lucas. The next one to come into Zeroh's crosshairs was Lizzo, another celebrity not mentioned once by Zeroh, until she hit the headlines in regards to her former dancers bringing up allegations about the singer. She too was let go from future projects, none of which were ever mentioned prior to this story going public. The last time Zeroh mentioned Gina Carano was 3 months ago in a video dated May the 21st, 2023. On the 19th of August he made the first of 3 videos about Gina, a mere 8 days after she responded to Rachel Zegler's tweet posted on the 11th of August 2023. Funny how someone wasn't needed for 3 months, until they were trending, and then out come all the stories all over again. But I'm not done just yet. Let's now look at another video before we head to the last piece I want to present to you, as I take you back to a clip from one of my own videos dated the 19th of February 2023.
Bob Iger is already in the process of rehiring Gina Carano, in giving her up to 8 months to make an official decision on her return to the franchise.
If you have watched any of my other videos you will know that we have touched on this before, and as a consequence of that, you're probably sick of hearing about it, but this is Zeroh for you, and I need context yet again. I have also stated without any hesitation that Zeroh will use Gina's firing for as long as he can, and also her rehiring for Mando Season 4. At the time of his video released back in 2022, Bob Iger gave her 8 months to think about her decision to come back, which would mean her answer had to come by the 15th of August 2023. But after that video from December the 15th, 2022, we only had to wait 1 month and 13 days before Zeroh came out with this.
So it'll be interesting to see exactly which side she takes, but for now, behind closed doors, she is rehired for Mando 4. It's just a matter of her accepting that, and she has to accept it by this April before they begin actually, producing the actual new season.
Again, you have to take note in regards to the language being used here. She is rehired behind closed doors. Her fate has seemingly been preordained for her. She still has to give her final decision whether to come back, but for now she is rehired for Season 4 of The Mandalorian, and her final decision has to come in April, which is now 4 months earlier than Zeroh claimed in the last clip I played you.
This is actually, believe it or not, moving along very well. In fact, it's all really down to Gina's decision right now until May. She's got until May to make a decision. Bob Iger wants her back. He's welcoming her back with open arms, as well as the Disney board members. To them, it's a marketing move, yes, but to John and Dave, they just genuinely want her back.
Her decision had to come in August, then it was April, and finally Gina has to give an answer to her return in May, which is now 3 months earlier than he first stated. This is the same kind of setup he used when talking about the interviews she was supposed to have given in March, April, May, June, July and finally August, and yet nothing happened. He has rolled out the same thing, but this time it's all about her coming back as opposed to phantom interviews she never did. Whatever way you want to slice it, although you might not agree with some things I have said, Zeroh is a liar who can't get his facts straight or even has the ability to keep his stories consistent. So Gina had to give her answer to come back in August, April or May. Well, not anymore, as we now go to the 23rd of April 2023.
The thing about this is the fact that they are redoing Rangers and reinstating it to the roadmap, kind of giving it a new story, enhancing the story, giving it a new title. It's basically going to be Rangers reincarnated. And that's the one show that Gina was supposed to lead in, and now they're giving it to her. Now, it's a very big work in progress. It's going to be all up to Gina Carano, and she's going to have to decide by this June if she even wants to come back.
So who is lying here? Zeroh will always do this. He can't help himself. Ambiguous titles and ambiguous made-up fake clickbait news stories that people fall for over and over again. The inclusion of Rangers plus another 2 shows will keep this clickbait BS going for months on end. And when we reach the deadline, the date will change or something will have happened to stop any progress of her being rehired for any of the shows. That was a video I uploaded on the 25th of April 2023, where I said her answer had to come on or around the 15th of August, a date we have now passed. And just like I said he would, 3 months before he said it, Zeroh told his loyal subscribers this.
However, one significant development has, of course, to do with actress Gina Carano and how she recently dismantled Disney Star Wars in a huge way that is now creating big trouble for the higher-ups. Now, throughout the past 6 months, Disney was beginning to offer Gina her role back as Cara Dune in The Mandalorian Season 4, and for Dave Filoni's movie as well. Gina was given the opportunity and has, of course, until just recently, to make a decision. Gina recently completely declined Disney's desperate offer to rehire her as Cara Dune for Mando Season 4 and Dave Filoni's Star Wars movie that is slated to release around 2026 as of now.
It was as clear as day that Gina Carano was never coming back to The Mandalorian, let alone Dave's new movie. She could have come back for Series 3, it never happened, and lo and behold, it hasn't happened again for Series 4. I knew it, and dare I say my subscribers knew it too, but you, the loyal Zeroh followers, were taken for a ride for over 8 months, and led like lambs to the slaughter, after being force-fed fake news for months on end. It won't stop here, and the Gina news will keep coming, intertwined with other stories which are just as fake. I applaud those who are downvoting his videos, because frankly it's deserved. Well, that's all I have for you today, so until the next time, take care and I'll see you again soon.